You're watching Galaxy TV News. Let's do you a reminder as we track stories that made headlines last week.
Welcome to Tracking the Week. The federal government on Monday confirmed the second case of coronavirus in the country. This was announced by the Minister of Health, Osagie Ehanire, at a press conference in Benin City, Edo State capital. Ehanire said the confirmed case was not imported when compared to the previous case. This case, he said, was detected in one of the contacts traced from the index case. The newly confirmed case is an Ogun State contact of the index case, but he has no significant clinical symptoms, according to the minister. Nigeria is one of the 6 African countries that have reported at least a case of coronavirus on the continent. Nigeria recorded its first case of coronavirus on February 27 in an Italian businessman who had flown into the country for business. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday in Abuja disclosed how law enforcement agencies had recovered over 3.7 billion naira and other assets worth billions of naira from contractors and former directors of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). President Buhari made this disclosure while inaugurating the NDDC Advisory Committee made up of the 9 governors of the Niger Delta region, as well as the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and his counterpart in the Ministry of Environment, Mohammed Mahmoud. The governors who represent the 9 oil-producing states in the committee are the governors of Akwa Ibom State, Delta, Rivers, Bayelsa, and Edo. The president said aside the $3.7 billion recovered in cash from the culprit and other assets valued at billions of naira, the enforcement agencies have also placed a seal on other assets worth over 6 billion naira. A statement by the president's media advisor, Femi Adesina, said Buhari told members of the committee that such abuses of the past underscored the need to henceforth carry out strict and diligent oversight of the commission's activities. According to the statement, President Buhari tasked the committee to discharge its responsibilities with every sense of diligence and efficiency, admonishing the body to work with relevant ministries. A bill for an act to criminalize the importation, selling and usage of generators in Nigeria scaled the first reading on the floor of the Senate on Wednesday. The bill, sponsored by Senator Burma Enagi from Niger State, prescribes a 10-year jail term for importers and sellers of generators. The bill came on the heels of energy crisis bedeviling the nation as most parts of the country are currently experiencing erratic power supply. The sponsor said the essence of the proposed legislation was to curb the menace of environmental pollution and to facilitate the development of the power sector. The bill, however, excluded importers and sellers of generators meant to power essential services. The exemption includes generators meant to serve medical purposes in hospitals and nursing homes and healthcare facilities, airports, railway stations, elevators, escalators, research institutions and such facilities that require 24-hour supply were also exempted. The Senate on Thursday passed for second reading a constitution amendment bill which prescribes higher national diploma or its equivalent as the educational qualification required for anyone seeking to contest the office of the Nigerian president or state governors. The bill, sponsored by a member of the People's Democratic Party from Plateau State, Senator Isfifanus Giyang, also prescribes national diploma or its equivalent as the minimum qualification for federal and state lawmakers. The bill seeks to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to provide for the amendment of Section 65, subsection 2A and 131, subsection D. It will also amend Section 106C and Section 177D on minimum education qualification for those seeking election into the State Assembly, Governor, National Assembly, and the Office of the President. The bill seeks the alteration of Section 652A of the Constitution, which deals with the qualifications for intending members of the National Assembly. The bill also seeks the alteration of Section 131D, which deals with minimum requirements for anyone running for the office of the governor. The current section of the Constitution states that a person must have been educated up to at least school certificate level or its equivalent. Section 131D is now rephrased to read, he has been educated up to at least HND level or its equivalent. For House of Assembly, the bill seeks the alteration of Section 106C of the Constitution. According to the existing law, anyone aspiring to be a member of the House of Assembly must have been educated up to at least the school certificate level or its equivalent. But Section 106C is now rephrased to read, if he has been educated up to national diploma level and its equivalent. The bill seeks the alteration of Section 177D of the Constitution for governors. A federal high court in Abuja on Friday ordered the immediate release of the dethroned Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, from confinement and detention. Justice Anwuli Chikere made the order in an ex parte ruling on Friday morning after listening to lawyer to Sanusi, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, who argued a motion ex parte to that effect. The order, made interim, is directed at the Inspector General of Police, Director General of the Department of State Services, Attorney General of Kano State, and the Attorney General of the Federation, who are all named as respondent in a fundamental right enforcement suit filed on March 12, 2020 by Sanusi. The judge also granted the applicant leave to serve a copy of the release order and the processes in relation to the substantive suit on the respondent through substituted means. Subsequently, the dethroned Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi, departed away in Nasarawa State with the Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai for Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory.